What's up? Welcome back to the channel and happy Halloween. It's another amazing October day, as you can tell. Just check the weather. It's like 68 degrees right now. I can't believe it. I can't believe we're in October and I'm sitting outside right now in shorts and t-shirt on Halloween. I've never done this before. It's pretty amazing. But anyways, what do we do today? So today, woke up, did some more job searching, research on the computer, and I didn't end up applying for a job yesterday. But the reason for that is because I was talking to Quevin last night. We did a stream on RSN. If you missed it, go check that out. We're also going to do a stream starting this Friday. We're going to do a stream every Friday. We're going to try our very best to do a stream every Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So, we want to see you there. And you can ask us questions and listen to us argue about a lot of things. And I'll get more into that in a second. But I wanted him to help me with the decision on picking out some jobs to apply for. And he did. He helped me pick out a couple, and I was going to. And then my mom sent me a text, and usually I get really angry when she talks me out of things that she's been talking me into for a really long time. But this was actually a really good idea that she sent me in a text, and she said that I should just go find a couple people in fields that are interesting and just job shadow them. Like go and spend a day or two with them and just follow them around and see what they do for work. And I mean, I did this for my senior project in high school, which I job shadowed a real estate agent, which was pretty cool, even though he was more experienced, really experienced real estate agent, so he didn't really do the typical real estate agent stuff. But then I also job shadowed my aunt up in Idaho, and that was a really cool experience. I don't think I would do that job. She works at the gas company up there. It was cool. It was really cool to see what she does, but I personally don't think I would do that job. And but anyways, I was thinking, so I'm like, well, that's actually a really good idea. And there are a good amount of connections down here that my family down here has with people, because they've been down here all their lives. And they know lots of people who are pretty good at what they do. And so I think I'm going to try that out. And I'm also going to apply for some jobs that are slightly out of reach. Probably likely that I won't get them, but if I do get them, I'll be happy with them. So that's the plan now. And I think I'm going to go and try to job shadow a couple loan officers, a couple realtors, and maybe some solar people. Because I was thinking, well, right now, I'm young, I'm 18. I'm too young to do most jobs that look cool or interesting. And it really bugs me, because that's the whole reason why I didn't go to college, was to get a head start in front of people. But then the minimum age requirement for a lot of these jobs, you have to be 19, or you have to be 20, or you have to be 21, and it's freaking retarded, because it's jobs that are so simple that I could handle. They make decent money, you get some good connections from, decent hours, but you have to be older, and it's really frustrating. So I'm like, well, right now, find something that I can do that has a super high risk, because the higher the risk, the greater the reward, the greater the loss. Higher risk, higher reward, usually. And right now, I'm living with my grandpa, so I don't have to worry about any expenses right now. Why not just try something new? So that's why I'm thinking a loan officer or a realtor, especially because if I start right now and I get into that, then in a couple years, by the time I'm 20, 21, 22, I'll be so far ahead of people coming out of college by that time that are my age that it won't even be fair. They'll never catch up. And I'll have that experience. I'll have some connections. And if I do end up going to Texas with Quevin, which we're still planning on, then I'll have the skills available to recreate a network and to start from nothing, because I just did it. So I'm really leaning towards that now. But what was I gonna say? Is that when we were streaming last night and I was talking to Quevin, I learned something. This is the thing that I learned for today is, well, don't assume in general. Just, it's not good to make assumptions, but don't assume, more specifically, don't assume that people that you're close with know what you're talking about and like have the same outlooks on things and like beliefs, I guess. Because Quevin and I, we share a lot of our beliefs and stuff. But last night there was a couple topics that we kind of argued about, and it was kind of surprising to me because I was not expecting him to not look at those things the same way I do. Like, one thing, for example, was we were talking about if you wanted to buy a $20,000 asset, and I'm using Robert Kiyosaki's definition of an asset, so something that produces money. And he was saying that it would be a better idea to buy one asset for $20,000 than it would be to go and get 4 assets, but get a loan, or he was saying a line of credit, which is pretty similar. A loan, put $5,000 down, which is 4 times 5 is $20,000, so that's still a total of $20,000, and you finance the $15,000 extra on 4 of them, so you get $80,000 worth of assets. 4 assets for the same price as the one that you would spend, and you would own it. And he was saying, well, that's not a good idea because of interest and the liability. You wouldn't own it, and it was just surprising to hear him say that, because if you have 4 assets, you're making 4 times the money. It's just plain and simple there. But I don't know. So that's what I learned, is just don't assume in general. And more specifically, don't assume that people know what you know. Because also, like, talking about money and stuff, and there's a lot of things that I talk about and I think people know, and then I actually talk to them about it and they don't know about it. Like, who was it? I think it was my grandpa. I was talking to him about, we were talking about retirement or something, and I asked him if he knew what a Roth IRA was, and he said he had no idea what a Roth IRA was. And I guess it kind of makes sense. Well, it doesn't really make sense, because I was going to say he owns his own business, but you can still have a Roth IRA if you don't have a job, like a conventional W-2 job. So I don't know, it's kind of interesting, but yeah, so that's that. If you made it this far, thanks for watching, and make sure you subscribe, share the video with a friend. Actually, we're gonna try something different. Instead of the normal outro, I wanted to just end on a quote. I'm just gonna end on this quote from now on, because I think it's really true. Is if you keep doing what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got. Thanks for watching.